Hey, Michael Church, Crawl Space Ninja. Today I want to talk to you all about the federal tax credit that you may be able to receive for your crawl space encapsulation project. Now, this could be whether you're going to DIY the project yourself, hire a contractor, and also I'm going to talk about some other tax credits that are available that you can combine with the encapsulation type tax credit, which is basically an insulation tax credit. Okay, so just to be clear, the federal government, we don't have crawl space ninjas lobbying in Washington, so they're not giving us any tax benefits or tax credits. But since we do install insulation and encourage you all to do insulation and different things like that, there are some potential tax credits available. Before we get into this, I do want to say I am not a CPA. I encourage you to check with your CPA to be sure whether you qualify for any of these tax credits. Stay tuned. And for those of you that are new to Crawl Space Ninja's YouTube channel, I just want to encourage you. We've been getting a lot of people requesting ways to help support our channel and do different things like that. And also people that are interested in doing a one-on-one consultation with me. So we started this Buy Me a Cup of Coffee page. So if you're interested, you can do a Ninja video consultation for up to 30 minutes with me. Whether you got, you want to bounce ideas with me about your crawl space, whether you're doing a DIY project, you want to do an Ask a Ninja through the video consultation, we're going to make that available. You can also support our channel through our membership. It's just $2 a month, and that gives whoever's on that program is going to get their name mentioned at the end of all of our videos, and we're going to have different tiers and things like that coming down the pike. But some other things that we're working on is we are working on a crawl space encapsulation DIY guide. We're going to take you all the way through from why you should encapsulate all the way to the how-tos. And once that gets launched, that will also be available on the buymeacoffee.com website for Crawl Space Ninja. So make sure you check back with that. And, the other thing that we're doing, we're working on a lot of things here. We are launching our basement waterproofing Ninja DIY center, and we have partnered with Hydroway. We're going to also create videos and how-to on the Crawl Space Ninja channel. I know there's a lot of capable people out there that want to do their own basement waterproofing. We're going to give you the insight, the tools that we use for basement waterproofing, even the products that we have access to. We're going to make those available to those of you out there in DIY land that want to do your own basement waterproofing, and also give you the how-to guides for that. So if you have a basement, a lot of people have both a crawl space and a basement. We've not really focused on basement waterproofing on this channel in the past, so we're going to start doing that moving forward. And Hydroway is also going to be available. If it's not already available, for those of you that are looking to waterproof your crawl space, you can purchase that on our DIY store as well. So sorry for that little brief infomercial. Let's get into this tax credit stuff. As I mentioned earlier in this video, I am not a CPA, and I don't claim to be. I'm not smart enough to deal with all that sort of stuff. But one of the things I do like to get is federal tax credits. And I believe most of you out there probably would like to know about some of these federal tax credits that are available. And again, all of this information is available on the Energy Star website if you want to read about it, the forms you can fill out, the information you can send to your CPA to get these tax credits. But I want to look specifically at the potential crawl space tax credit through insulation. So if you go to the federal tax credit on insulation specifically, there's also 2022 guides that you can see right here if you want to click for last year. Some of these same tax credits apply, but this is also for 2023 as well. Now, you got to read the fine print. It says you can claim up to 30% of a project, up to $1,200. So that's a little misleading, because the government isn't going to give you a whole lot of benefit on the tax credit for insulation, but every little bit counts. And keep in mind that this tax credit applies to any taxes you owe. Okay, a couple of things to note. The tax credit is available only to your primary residence. It is not available to a second home or investment properties. Okay, so this is only for your primary residence. So that stinks, but what do you expect? And you can combine the tax credit to get up to $1,200, but the insulation tax credit is not $1,200. The insulation tax credit is only $500. It's 10% up to $500, and it doesn't count for labor. Okay, so it only counts on the material. So if you're going to DIY your own crawl space, you only get a tax credit for what you go and buy. That could be rigid foam board, what we call EPS or XPS foam board insulation. It could be spray foam. It could be weather stripping, different things like that. If you decide to put batt insulation up between your floor joists, you can count that. But basically, what it says right here is typical bulk insulation products can apply, such as batts, rolls, blown-in fibers, rigid foam boards, expanding spray foam, and pour-in-place. Now, if you don't know what pour-in-place is, normally that's what they'll put inside the foundation wall cavities. If you've got hollow block or something like that, they'll do a pour-in-place that a lot of people are doing nowadays. So whether you had the insulation installed by someone else or you did it yourself, the tax credit should work either way. And again, it's the cost of the material. So let's say you insulated your attic and your crawl space in 2022, you can claim up to 10%, or you can claim up to $500, 10% of that. So if you spent $5,000 on insulation, weather stripping, spray foam, it even includes one component, which is the cans of spray foam, caulks designed to air seal, and even house wraps. Now, another disclaimer is it doesn't include new construction. So those of you that are building a home right now, this tax credit does not apply. This is only for renovations, okay? So again, I don't make the rules. I think that stinks. I don't know why they won't let you claim tax credits on new construction. So I don't know. I mean, unless you're adding a sunroom or something where you're going to use a house wrap, I'm not sure why they'd put a house wrap on there, because they kind of kneecapped everybody by not letting you do new construction with a house wrap, But anyway, so that's kind of the short and long answer of that. Now, this can, like I said, be applied with other tax credits, and apparently the HVAC industry does have some lobbyists in Washington, because these guys, you can claim the HVAC install and the labor from what I'm reading on that. But the insulation guys, you cannot include the labor on that. So you got to spend, $5,000 on insulation in order to get that full $500 tax credit. So one of the cool things about this website is they have this little rebate finder right here. And this is, Crawl Space Ninja's zip code here in Knoxville, Tennessee. So if you type in your zip code, then you will be able to look and see if there are specific rebates in your area, because believe it or not, local municipalities offer a lot of rebates. I know here, Knoxville Utility Board has a rebate if you have an ERV and you want to install, I think it's up to $400 to put that charging cord in. So, there are some other specific tax credits that you can find. And again, the majority of them here in Tennessee are going to be related to heat pumps or geothermals or things like that. But I encourage you to check out this website. I mean, even if you can get a $100 tax credit, it's $100, right? I mean, why not go for it? It shouldn't be that difficult. Your CPA should know how to fill out the paperwork and send it in with your tax return. Since tax season isn't here yet, this will give you a little bit of time to research. And if you are a customer of Crawl Space Ninja, if you bought things on the DIY store, you should already have an invoice showing those things, the weather strippings and different things like that you bought. But if you went to, say, a local hardware store and bought some things, add all those things up and try to take advantage of those tax credits. If we encapsulated your crawl space and did, foam board and air sealing and all that, get with your local Crawl Space Ninja that did the job and ask them to kind of do a little breakout of the insulation for you, so that you can take advantage of that tax credit. We don't mind doing that for you. So Michael Church here with Crawl Space Ninja. Again, I hope you'll support us on the Buy Me a Coffee page. And we got our book coming out soon. Hopefully by the time you watch this video, our book will be out. So I encourage you to check it out on Amazon. It's the Crawl Space Repair Myths Busted book that I released. It talks about many of the myths that are out there that a lot of contractors and websites used to mislead people, in my opinion, in a lot of ways, and just some old information that's probably not even valid anymore that I talk about and try to debunk, like ventilating crawl spaces in a humid environment will control humidity, different stuff like that. So Michael Church, Crawl Space Ninja, Basement Waterproofing Ninja. Hope you make it a happy and blessed day, and we will see you later.